channel. Today I am going to be filming how I decorate my paper bag albums. So this is the Christmas one that I started. Like, I did already put the paper on, and that's pretty simple. It's just basically you just put the paper on all the blank spaces of the album. I did already kind of start decorating this, but I'm gonna do the rest of it on camera just so that you can see how I go about decorating my albums. And so this album is just made out of standard lunch bags. So basically I'm just cutting them off at, let's see, so that's 7 inches. So, and these are just, yeah, standard lunch bags. So I cut it off at 7, I just throw this piece away. And then when you open it up, this side is the pocket. So I just glue down these sides to make the pocket. And then we're just putting a piece of paper on here and a piece of paper on there. And I did tuck the piece of paper in, I don't know, almost looks like I glued the paper on first and then glued the sides down just so that it gave sturdiness where the pocket was. And then another piece I just measured and cut a piece of paper for that. So that's all I did to add the paper on there. So to me, decorating is probably the more time-consuming aspect of making a mini album, because you're arranging stuff on there to look as uniform and pretty as possible. So it's basically, I'm going to decorate it kind of with the same layout as I did this one. I do have a video on a walkthrough with this. So I'm just going to use this as my reference. I'm just going to have it up above there just to kind of keep these albums looking kind of similar, but of course a different theme. So anyways, I have all kinds of different embellishments for this and some leftover paper. I used red cardstock for the tags inside, and I just covered them with paper, did a corner rounder, and then this is my Stampin' Up! Tab punch that I just glued on there. So that's all that is. And there. Oops. Sticks right in there. It does go all the way in, but that's okay. Alright, so these are the embellishments we have. So I have like these pretty Prima roses that I got from a warehouse box. Got those, and from the same warehouse box, like there's these little charms. I'm not sure I'll use them, but we'll just kind of, I was just kind of pulling things that kind of went together with this. And then I just have odds and ends of poinsettias and like various different like gold embellishments and stuff. So I have those. I pulled these Miss Caroline brads. There's a few here that I think would look really nice inside a flower or something. So I just pulled those because the colors went well. And then I have this little yellow bicycle sticker sheet that had the same colors in it too. So obviously I've never used that. So here's those stickers. And I'm just pulling from my stash. Like I've got a whole collection of stuff that needs to be used. I stamped this at one point to put on a card, but I guess I must have never done that, so I'm going to use this on the front for my title or whatever. And there's all these chipboard pieces from, I'm not sure where these are from. I'm guessing because they look like this might be from this line, I'm not sure. And then of course I have the scraps from putting the pages together, and we've got the red scraps. So we've got lots of scraps of paper, So I'm just going to organize this here so that I can find it. So these will be used for all the pockets and stuff inside. Anything that we make for that. There's a bunch of full sheets of paper that I didn't use. So, and the paper line that this is Fancy Pants Merry Little Christmas. So, and it's one that I had in my stash for a very long time. So, I'm not sure. Does it say 2013? So that's how long that's been in my stash. And then I have some full sheets. I think this is Cranberry Crisp Stampin' Up! Paper. It feels like the thickness of Stampin' Up! Paper. And then I have this Kaiser Craft pull apart. I hope you're seeing everything here. Kaiser Craft cut apart paper to use somewhere in there. And then I also pulled this sticker sheet from, it's Echo Park, Lori Whitlock, This and That. So it's also a Christmas one that had a lot of the different kind of aesthetics to the stickers that the paper has. So I'm just going to move these aside. And then we're just going to build on this. So I'll just move these out of the way. So we're going to do the cover first. That's where I really wanted to use these famous flowers. I almost hate covering up these trees. Those would be nice on there. Chipboard pieces. I don't know if there's something in here that we could do. Traditions. I'll use that sticker. Let's see if I can into here. So I kind of like this traditions sticker. And it seems kind of a shame to cover up the trees, so I don't know if I can do this a little bit differently. Oops. Too bad it's not going the other way, because then we could work from this corner. Actually, we could probably still do that. I tend to want to put embellishments on this side and work my way and I kind of leave this side emptier, but maybe we'll have to rethink this. Maybe I don't want this. So yeah, this is where it always gets a little bit harder to do because of there's so much deciding to do, especially if you've got a lot of options and you're looking for something that's really suitable. Let's see. There are more tags. I mean, that's really pretty. I don't know. I chose the wrong paper for the cover, I think, because I'm not wanting to cover it up. So, let's see. I definitely think I should bring more of the spread in here. Maybe that will help. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on the sticker sheet. I think we could also use the family the family one there too. So I think I'm going to back this with the red. So I'm just going to grab my glue. And I'm using my art glitter glue for this. And yeah, I'll have to cut very carefully around the sides. I mean, I could actually, and of course my glue is always clogged. Well, that was really stuck. It's been a while since I've done some crafting, so yeah, even though I have like a bit of a cap on it, it's still now. I'm just going to see if the coordinating die for this fits nice. Okay, it did. So, okay, so then got this. I wonder if we could do something like this, so we're not covering up the trees too much. We might have to leave this off. I'm thinking, yeah, might have to leave that off. So we definitely want more flowers on here, and maybe, let's see, now there's this one. And this is the only place that these flowers are actually going to be. So it's kind of nice because the stripe on these flowers kind of match the stripe on the tree here. Okay, so thinking smaller one over here, bigger one over here. And then I'll just take a look. Looks like we've got mostly gold, so I think there's some gold pieces in here. Just because the binding is gold. It definitely needs some smaller flowers. I have 2 poinsettias. Oops, that's not. Thought I was grabbing another one. Oh, it flew. I don't know. Then we get. These need to be smaller yet. Okay. And I think I could probably put these in the centers of those poinsettias. We'll need my glue gun. So we've got one like that, one like this. It's not looking very balanced yet for me. Let's see. Hopefully I'm not taking this out of the screen. So I do have, I mean, we could add some silver too, just pieces. It's kind of getting, they're all kind of the same size. So generally I want something a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to check. Okay, so I was looking for anything Christmassy that I might have had. So, I mean, I do have these rose buds, which would add something smaller to them. I'm just going to lay them on here. So yeah, the cover probably is one of the bigger challenges to do, because it always has more. And then I found these smaller roses that, I mean, it's all very rose oriented. I really want to make sure it still keeps the Christmas feel to it. So I just lay everything on top just to kind of get the feel of where everything's going to go. And then once I'm happy with it, then I will probably get my glue gun out and and start attaching things a little bit more permanently. So, so I also have these little berries here too, so they come off nice. They're very three-dimensional though, so I'm not sure how this is all looking. So I've got, there's some green berries. Okay, those ones came off easier than these. I see why. So, yeah. Now, just kind of getting a feel for it, just to see what I want to do here. Of course, I'll cut off these stems here too, so maybe add this one there. So that kind of works. Yeah. So I feel like we need just a little bit more gold here. And it will be balanced out with all the ribbons and stuff on the edge. So right now it looks very heavy, but I think once we have all the ribbons and stuff on, it will look way more balanced. So I will just set up my heat gun. So yeah, I'm gonna glue these on, and then I will come back and show you how it looks once everything is on. And if I do anything different, I'll explain that. Okay, so I attached all the flowers, and I just added another one here and a little rosebud here and another rosebud here. So that is kind of how it looks. And like I said, it's all going to be balanced with all the ribbons and stuff that's going to be on this side, because it's quite heavy on this side, so the ribbon on this side will definitely balance it. So yeah, now we can get on to the next page, which isn't going to be as elaborate as the front because I don't have any more of these roses for one, and it gets too bulky if we add those huge roses there. But I do have lots of the little ones, so we may use those. There's more of the gold. I have more gold leaves and stuff. I have some stars. Yeah, so we'll see where this takes us. So yeah, we want to build something here, and yeah, so I do have this red poinsettia. Unfortunately, I don't have more of these. Like, I like to use stuff that I have a few of. I'm just gonna go grab some more Christmas things, see what else I have. Okay, so I do have these red poinsettias that I used for card kits, and I have some gold ones. So these were left over, so I won't be using those for card kits, so we might as well use them here if we can. And these were just from the Dollar Tree. They're glitter foam poinsettias, but they look really nice. So, I don't know, I think that looks really pretty. It kind of works if we use any of these with the gold foil. Actually, I like this Christmas Eve. I think we might use that. I think I'll trim it, and then I'll put it on some red cardstock. So just trim off those because I really don't want these little edges on there. Okay, and then we'll just add it to some red cardstock here. Let's see if we can keep this all in camera here. I have it a bit closer so that you guys can see, but I don't know if it's close enough. But so I'm just gonna trim that off. And sometimes I find if I do this with the scissors, I don't make near as many mistakes as if I try and do it on the trimmer. This seems like there's a little bit of a edge there which we can match up. Okay. And yeah, so then we can put this kind of here and it kind of sticks over. So I'm actually going to put those on 3D foam squares. I just have black ones left. That's good enough. So I'm just going to put them on the side before the pocket, and I'm going to leave this blank. So just going to add it here, and then this is going to go over my image like that. Is that straight? Can't quite see. So I don't know, it might have been better if we would have left it flat, but that's okay. And then I think we'll put this just over here. I'm going to add a little bit of glue just because it is from the dollar store. I know the adhesive at the dollar store isn't always great. And because this is a mini album, we want to make sure that it's going to hold for lots of years. Okay, well that's looking alright already. Maybe we'll add a couple of gold leaves. Just have a look to see how they look in there. It's altogether having a very different look than I thought it was going to have, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll add them. And these gold leaves I just took off of a silk plant that I bought at Michael's, just to have like some different things. And I think they were like in the $1.50 bins. Okay, so do we want any, I mean, I really think we should have a little bit more, but maybe we'll add it to this page. Maybe we'll leave this one for now. And we're going to add our fold page. So I'm going to take one of these red cardstocks pieces and I'm just going to cut it in half lengthwise, so that's at 4 1/4. Let's see if I can get this here. It's kind of hard doing this all on camera here. Okay, and being close enough that you guys can see. So 4 1/4, so that's 2, and then I'm going to score this at 2 3/4 on each side. So 2 3/4, I'm going to flip it around and do 2 3/4 on this side. And that should be, yes, there's our trifold page. Just going to burnish that down a bit. So, I'm wondering, is that the same size I'm just going to double check here. Yeah, it is. Just seems smaller on here. It's kind of covering up a lot of that pretty paper. But maybe we have some leftovers that we can put on the inside as well. We have a little bit of leftovers, it looks like. Maybe we can use that somewhere, but for now we will glue this down. Actually, we'll attach the two circles for the ribbon. And I believe I used a 1-inch punch for that, so I'm just going to use some of these scraps here and punch 2 of those. And then I want to poke holes into the centers. And yes, I do eyeball this, which is probably not great, but not totally center. And that's about the same. So, and then I think we will use, let's see if we can find, there's 2 blue matching ones. So we'll maybe use those out of this package. So let's grab these. And I definitely want to add my pattern paper on here first before I add the circles. So, what have we got for pattern paper left? So we've got this stripe, which is nice. Something that has some little details there. We have this candy cane stripe. There's little Santas. There's this green chevron, which matches this side of the page, but I think that's a little bit too much. Okay, and then there's just, I think we did this one already. I've got this stripe, which is okay, because it's got the red in it. Not really a feature. Okay, that's the biggest full-size ones. These are just a little short. There is a green polka dot, but they're just a little bit short. So I could use this one, but I don't have enough for the other side. So I guess it's going to be, I think it's going to be this green stripe. Yeah. Okay, so these will be cut at 2.5 by 4. And I want the stripes to go. So I'm going to cut this at 4 first. And then 2.5 and 2.5. Okay, so the edges are inked, so I will grab my ink. And it looks to me like it's vintage photo. So I've just got the Distress Vintage photo here, so we will ink these, ink the edges up. I mean, there's still some walnut stain on here, so it's a little bit, yeah, there we go. More of the vintage photo. It's definitely more what that is. Okay, so there's that one, and this one. Around the edge. It does take a little bit more time to do this, but yeah, if you really want that vintage feel to it. So I'm just gonna glue this on. And my glue clogged again, and I have to find my This is the thing about creating, is that soon you have this massive pile. It's hard to stay organized while you're crafting. So I can, there it is. Found my pin. Unclog my glue. Alright. Probably because it wasn't completely unclogged before. It's still not. I have to take this whole thing off to get it unclogged. Oh, this is so hard to get this out. Eventually I'll get this unclogged. I'm going to have to take it apart, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just going to leave the tip off for a bit. I know that puts a lot of glue on here. Okay, so put this on. I got glue coming out of the sides. So I actually had to take a pliers and pry that off of there. I'm just going to take a little smidgen off of this edge here because it's interfering a little bit. So there we go. And then we will put these on. So I'll just mark with a pencil. Okay, so guessing right about there. There, and then I'll just punch a hole all the way through, like so, and there, and then I will put these on with the brad. So this is an easy way to make a closure, and I want a little bit of space between there, so I am going to put something in between, and I think I'm just going to take a scrap piece of chipboard and just kind of put it under there, and then we're just going to press down so that it has space but it's still flat. There, that way there's some space between there. And we'll do the same with the other side. With our other brad. You're not gonna, I should probably have inked those first, but I'm not really gonna see them on the, not gonna notice it that much on the things, on the circles. Okay, press in so it makes it flat. There we go, we got a little bit of space there. And then I guess I will just put some ink around the edges of this because I forgot. I don't know if you'll be able to see it that much on the red, but I guess I don't have to do the back. Fold this and get it on this side. And then and then on the inside, we'll just flip this over and do on the edge, both edges, like that, and the other side. I mean, you can't really see it, but it does give just a little bit. You can kind of see where I'm doing that. And then all the way on the inside, right around. It'll just make it look more uniform with the rest of the album. Okay, so then what I can do is I can glue this into the album now. You can see my circles are not quite straight, but you know what? That's what makes a handmade album unique, right? Little imperfections. Okay, so I really do hate covering up that paper. We'll have to use this scrap in a special place yet. Okay. So we'll just attach that onto there. So we have that. So we're going to find some ribbon or some twine to put around there. I will see what I have. Okay, so I did find some thin gold ribbon, which I think will look really nice. So I will just grab some of this. I don't know how much I need, and I've kind of forgotten how I've done this. It's got wire in it, so it'll hold really good. So I'm just gonna figure out how much of this I need. I just bent that. So probably right there is probably good. So I'll just cut that there. Okay, so we want to tie this on. There we go. I'm just going to do a bit of a double knot just so it stays. And then we'll just hide the rest. So there we have that. And then we'll just wrap this around. I don't know if the wired ribbon is the best choice. Yeah, it's actually too long, so I think I will just cut it off there. We'll use that scrap for something else. But yeah, we have our ribbon closure, and then we will work on the inside. So, what should we put on the inside? I'm thinking maybe we could use part of this music paper and maybe a part of something else, like there's this stripe, or do use this red stripe. There's this floral. This zigzag. Just trying to find the right thing to put. I kind of want to use up some of these scraps. Numbers. I kind of like this one, so I think we'll do this one. So let's see. I'll just cut that edge off. I'm working my way out of here again, out of my space. I always seem to do that. I'm going to make it 1.25 inches, and then 2.5 inches. So I need 2 pieces of that. Alright. And then we'll go 2.5 on these. And I'm not sure if these are 1.25 inches, then 3 3/4, 2 3/4, 2 3/4 would equal 4. So 2 3/4. That one, 2 colors on that one. Okay, so then we'll bring this back. And I'm actually going to put my tip back on because I don't want too much glue on there. That seems to be cleared now. And make sure this is the right direction. And that's going to cover those brads as well. And we'll do this one. There we go. And then we'll grab our two. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to ink it. See, that's what I always forget to do when I'm inking. So we'll just quickly just do a little bit. And we will not forget to do these. One. And two. Get our glue on there. There we go. And then I'll just get the piece for that. And I'm just using a white piece that's going to be 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to get our ink. So I've got the basic gray ink pad, and I'm going to need a scrap piece of paper. Okay, so we're going to ink up our stamp. I'm going to move this all out of the way here. Make sure there's lots of ink. And then I'm just going to stamp this off here, and then we're going to put a place photo here. Make sure it's got good there, and then we're going to ink these edges. This just helps if I sell this or give it to somebody, at least they can know where the picture goes or where they're supposed to put the picture. And bring our album back, move all of our ink that will probably wreck. Okay, and we will place that there. There we go, right there. And there we have the inside of that finished. And then we'll close that up. And we need to find something to put on this page. So what should we put on there? There are lots of stickers, and let's see if there's anything here that would, I guess there's these. We could go Christmas tradition. I like that. So I've got these two. And we could place that there. And kind of, oops. So I'll place this one down. Just along there. It's a little bit crooked. I think I'm going to have to glue these. These are not very sticky anymore. Because they're old. This one is, does it say? I'm guessing around the 2013 era. I'm just going to go there. And then this one I'm going to raise up on sticky. Okay, I have these ones. They're not as high, and I don't really want them as high. I haven't used these yet. So they're just the smaller ones. And stick these on the back of this. Maybe I'll put one more in the middle just to give it some stability. And I'll just stick that right there. A little bit of glue on there. Okay, so Christmas tradition. And there's this really cute little tree sticker. I don't know if I should put something on this side as well, or just keep everything on this side. I know on the other albums everything is on this side, but I can put it on this side, I think. I just will have to ink this. I didn't ink these because they have the darker edge, so. And we will have to glue this down just to make sure it sticks. I think I like it there. And do I want anything a little bit more three-dimensional on here? I wish I had some really tiny flower poinsettias, like about a dime size, or even an inch size would be nice, but I don't. So, okay, what have we got? Well, I'm going to leave this here for now, and maybe I'll come back to it a little bit later and think of some more things to add to it. But yeah, we'll get on to the next page. And I think I'm going to glue these sides too. I kind of, did I do that with the, yeah, I did. Just going to glue the sides down just to make them not quite so puffy, I guess. I don't know what the word would be. Okay, so yeah, we'll go to the next page. And I went through my stash and I found some some new embellishments and stuff so that I can use. So I found this tree, which is really nice that I can use things from my stash. I found these snowflakes and snowman buttons and these snowman brads. I don't know if I'll use these because this is more of a Christmas album than a winter album. And then I found some other ephemera that goes really nice with the paper. So we can use that for something. And some punched, there's another tree, some punched snowflakes that I, whenever I have extra, when I punch out extra, then I like to stick them into a little bag and save them for later, so then I don't have to always be punching everything as I'm doing it. And then I did find this ephemera. If I decide to use any of these, I will link where I found them in the description. These are pretty old. They're 2009, so I don't know if they'll still be up on this person's blog, but they were a free download that you could use. So there's a couple here that I could use. This one, it's a little bit pink, but these two are okay. And then I found this sheet of stickers. They're kind of like peel-offs or what's the other word? Dazzles. I think they're peel-offs. I think these are peel-offs because I found these in a magazine. These were in a magazine, so they're very like delicate, very delicate stickers. So we can find a place to use some of those. And I also found this sheet of, here, I'll just smooth this out of the way, sheet of acetate with gold foil on it. So these are snowflakes and they're very pretty. I don't know if you can quite see the gold foil, the reflection is a little bit too bright, but yeah, so we can use these to add more of the gold in there. And yeah, so let's get going on this. So on the baby album I have some trim along here, so I will just look through. Did find some gold trim, some nice braided trim or crocheted trim or whatever you want to call it. And then there's also, I've got reds. Here's a nice trim as well. It's kind of a braided trim as well. And on the baby albums I have pom-poms. These are kind of little tassels. And I like to keep my ribbons by color on these binder rings in little plastic bags. It just helps me when I want to go to a crop or something. I can just throw these into my bag or whatever. Maybe it's not the best idea, but I like it. So I'm just looking for any other kind of trim that would work on there. These ones are a little bit too dark. This plaid ribbon is actually kind of cool. See if I can get it off. It's actually kind of neat. And then I've got some brighter reds. There's these tassels that might be okay. Maybe I could cut some of those out. What's this here? So there's some tassels. There's also, I don't know if that's too bright. No, it looks like it's alright. It's kind of, it's like a floral trim. Is there anything else here? Oh, it's nice. We could probably use these for, like, these are those fiber things. We could probably use these on the binding. Yeah, so that's probably all I've got for trim that I might want to use. So I'm going to just look at these tassels here first. So yeah, for a while there I was really into making cushions and stuff, so I have a little piece of trim here. I think it's a little bit too big to use as trim. It is very pretty though. But I think we could probably maybe even cut some of the tassels off and use them somewhere else, or maybe even on the, maybe we could use the tassels on the binding. So there's that one. The plaid ribbon, I don't think I'd use it for a border, but maybe there's another place for it. Okay, this one is a fluffy chenille trim. That's alright. So maybe use that. I'll just check all these other ones here too. I do like the red. So yeah, this is a red trim. It's velvet, so it's kind of, I don't know, I always associate velvet and Christmas together. So that's that one. And then we'll try this red one. This is another trim. Let's see if I can find the end. There we go. So this one's actually really nice. We might go with this one. I really like this one, and I have tons of it. So I'm just going to look at the gold first, and then I think I'm leaning towards this one. Okay, so this is kind of like a gold. That's really pretty too. Might work better on a different page. And then there's this one. That's really pretty too, but I think I'm going to go with the red one. But we'll save these for later. Maybe we can use them again later. So we will, this is kind of, so I'll just cut a piece off of here if I can get it to lie flat. So right about there. Yeah, if you could see my desk, it's just like a mess all the way around here. So yeah, I kind of lose my scissors quite often. Alright, so I'm going to put a bead of glue. And I usually like to use hot glue for this, just to, like if the trim is a little bit wrinkled or something, then the hot glue kind of helps keep it on there straight. Okay, get that on there. Okay, and then there was that tree. I thought this tree looked really nice right there. So we can stick that somewhere on here. And because this is an old sticker, I will again use glue to really tack it down, just so it doesn't let up in the future. Alright. Stick that. Hopefully the glue will hold. It doesn't seem to want to hold. And then, what else can we put? Okay, so we've got, how many pages do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can't use we only have 6 of these flowers, so we can only use, or we have 3 of each color, so we can only use maybe every other page. Maybe we'll just go with this holly piece here. And stick that at the bottom. We still need something, so I might grab some jewels and stuff. So I think I'm gonna de-stick this and see if I can find my powder here. So this is just the EK Tools powder to put on the backs of stickers so that you can just use them as cardstock. Just takes away the stickiness. I do not like the scent of this. I've said this before in a video that it smells like very strong, like it's got a very strong perfumey smell. And I don't really care for that much. Just because it overpowers everywhere. Okay, so that is not sticky anymore, so we will use some of our lower 3D squares, foam squares. Just kind of stick this in as many places as I can. Okay. Alright. So that's a little something, and then I will grab some jewels and other things. Okay, so I've got some different colors. So I've got this blue pearls, I've got the red bling, the white bling, and the green bling, so we could probably use some of those. And then I've got some other things too, like I really think it needs a punch of red. So I do have some red buttons here. I don't know if that works. Kind of don't like that. Anything else? There's some jewels. Kind of like that. Let's grab a couple of those. Or just one of those and then some different colors. Okay. See if I can. Just gonna cut the brad part off of there if I can. I don't know where my other wire cutters went. It's probably buried in front of me. There it is. Okay. There we go. So I just cut them off so that it can be flat, and then I'm just gonna press this in. So then we can have like a nice flat. Let's see. I think we're gonna put it right there. And then I'm just gonna use my glue gun to attach it. Just a nice amount of glue. There we go. So that gives it a little bit, and I think I'm maybe going to find a saying to go up here. Got the 12 days of Christmas, so maybe we'll do something like that. And just ink the edges. I forgot to do the tree, of course. And I'm just going to use some glue on the back of this just to give it some more adhesion. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's just a little something. Okay, so then we're moving on to this next page. Okay, so we have, I'm running out of space. I'm going to have to clean up some stuff. Let's just, okay, so we need a 5 by 3.5 inch piece. So we'll go 3.5 here and 5 inches here. And then I will round the corners on this one. Just grabbing my corner rounder. And we will ink those edges. And we will also put the stamp here. So let's put my scrap piece of paper there. And I'll just stamp it off and then add this. And it looks like my battery is about to die. I'm just going to plug in my camera here. Okay. Seems like today is a little bit of a challenge to get this video recorded. Because I recorded a little bit yesterday and then my light was disappearing, so then I waited till today to do more taping. But I have started this video 3 times, and I don't have all my stuff near, so I'm just like running around trying to get stuff, and it's all been very unorganized. And now my camera was about to die, so. Okay, so place that there. And then we'll put some stuff in the corner. And I'm thinking I can put a gold, oh yeah, we have the gold stars too, but we'll put one of the poinsettias here. So I'll grab that. And I'm just gonna add more glue, because these are from the dollar store. Look like they might need it on the other side too. Probably should have put it on a different part, but it'll be okay. Okay, so then we want some more things. So that is where sticker sheets can come in handy a little bit more. So now we can do this, not traditions. I think I want the family one on there. So I'm going to put this on some red cardstock again. If I can find my red cardstock. There we go. Move this out of the way. I'm just going to move some of this out of the way here. Oh yes, let's ink this. It's a good thing I had a look at the ink there. Okay, so I'm just going to add some glue onto here. There we go. And then I'm going to glue this, but I'm not going to glue the top so that you can still stick the photo behind there. So I'm just gonna glue the bottom. Put that on straight. There we go. And then we need some other little things around this, so grab some of these. I'm just going to cut one strip off of here. And then I'll grab a red one as well. Although I do have smaller red ones. I think I'll use the smaller red ones. Just grab a few of those. These little tiny ones. And just kind of place them where I might want them. I want another one. Put another one here. Just kind of place them before I actually stick them down. Get some teeny little red ones. I'll probably have to get my tweezers out. Yeah, just something simple like that I think would be good. Here we go. So I think I'm just going to use this glue. Just add a dot there. And we can peel this off. There, and get a little dot of glue on there. Oops, I'm trying to glue with my left hand. It's a little bit challenging. And I'll grab this one, this little green thing there. Whoops. And I'll just grab this little red one here. And some glue. There we go. There. So that is just simple. So we just got a little bit there. That's that page. And we have to make the tags yet for both of these pages. We'll do that last. I'll make all the tags at once. Okay, so I'm just going to move these little red jewels up to the side there. Okay, so that is that page. And of course I guess I need to glue this down. I feel like this isn't going to stay on. Just add some glue to that. And glue this edge. There we go. And then we're on to the next page. So here we have a red page. think I like the plaid. My technical measuring system here, which is unusual for me because I usually measure everything. But yeah, we'll add this plaid. Just a couple of strips of glue here. There we go. And then we've got all these. That one's nice. I'm just gonna add to my mess and dump these out so I can leaf through it a little bit better. Some big jolts. Let's see. Find some more. This one, I know I was using one yesterday. Oh, I think it's lost. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. And then I think I'm going to get some green leaves to punch some punched images. So I am going to attach this with some foam squares so it raises it off. So we're just going to put a bunch on the back here. Make sure they're really fastened. And then just center this on here. I think I'm going to add some hot glue just because there's fabric there. And I don't know if the adhesive will stick that well too. So I just put hot glue on the back of that. And we're just going to attach that like so. And then we'll attach our leaves. Nice gold leaves with some hot glue. Let's see if I can get this in there. And this little one. Big one. And our little one. And then I'm going to go check my leaves, my punched leaves. Yeah, so this is my container, one of my containers. This has just punched leaves in it, or wooden leaves, it might have both. But here you will find hopefully some that match. There's some branches there. It's like, that's kind of nice. And yeah, these are all just extras that I punch out extra or die cut. Oh, there's some nice little trees there too, so we can maybe use those. It's a nice little branch there. Let's see if I can find some more of those. Probably not in that color. I have this. Some actually, I might just do something like that. My glue's all over the place here. Okay, so let's see. We did something kind of, might want to cut that off. And stick it behind. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut those off, and then we'll stick this behind here, like that. Hopefully this will work. Put some glue on this. It's hard to glue all these teeny little things. Okay. There we go. Oops. Finicky. I'm just going to grab some paper towel, just tamp that down. And then it's not stuck to the other. And I think then we'll add some red jewels to this. Some bigger ones. Side, and I think we're going to go with 3. I know it's not the same color of red, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to stick these. Just something like that. And then just to balance it, I'm going to take 2 more. And put them in this bottom corner here. You know what, I should have inked this again. I'll just do a little bit. So that is that page, except for the tags, which we'll do last. So there we go. And then we're on to this page, which has a pocket, and that's where we can use some of our paper. So the pocket I am going to cut out of a piece of cardstock. That is 5 1/4. I'm just going to grab this here, because we're using this kind of as a guide, so we're working on this page now. So 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. Alright. So 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to round the bottom edges. And we are going to ink this. And then we need another piece of pattern paper that is going to be 5 by 2. Okay, what goes with this? Can do, let's just grab all our pieces of usable paper here. But that one that has the red. That one that's kind of subtle. I think we might go with this one. I think I like that one. So this one is 2 by 5. And rounding 2 corners and ink the edges. Looks like I need a new foam piece on my inker. It's starting to give off the little pieces. Okay, so we are going to glue this pocket down. Like that. Try and get it straight. And then we'll glue this piece on top. There we go. And I'm going to use a piece of trim on here. So let me see if the gold, yeah, I actually really like the gold. So I'm just going to clean up that edge and see how far till this one. There we go, and it's very wrinkled, but once we glue it on there it won't be as wrinkled. So I'm going to grab some glue. Right along here. And there we go. There, and I can just add some bits of glue where it's really wrinkled here, just to keep it down. There we go. And then we can add the tag in there yet. We can do the red poinsettia. I think we can do one of those. And I was going to maybe see about adding a snowflake, a gold snowflake, maybe underneath. Like maybe this one. This out. There we go. So maybe do like a snowflake and then the poinsettia on top of it, kind of offset. And I think I'm just going to take the poinsettia off the foam square. And I don't know if hot glue is going to be enough for this, maybe if it melts a little bit in there, but let's see if we can get this to stay. It's definitely melting. Yeah. Yeah, so that should work. So yeah, the hot glue will melt the plastic a little bit. So hopefully that will help it stay on there. And then grab our poinsettia. Just kind of try and get it so that the snowflake kind of peeks through. Like that. And then I almost like to add another saying on here somewhere. So back to the sticker sheets. What have we got? Good, because Santa Claus is coming to town with that. Have we got Santa? Oh yeah, we do. Okay. I wanted to make sure. Okay, we'll take the stickiness off of here. Or do I want to back it with red? I think I want to back it with red. Let's see if I can find another small scrap. There we go. And I will use glue once. And then I will just use the 1/4 inch rounder for the edges. There, that looks nice. And then we can raise that up on foam squares. And I think I will put one there. There we go. So that is that page except for the tag, which we'll do later. So I got that there. Love pasted pages. And then we'll move on to the next. That one we've glued, this one we have not. We'll just glue this together. Alright. Yeah, so we will do this one, this page next. So this is going to be similar to this setup here. We don't want to make it exactly the same. So we will have a photo mat on here, and then we'll have our trim and something on here. Okay, I had to stop and clean up a little bit of my mess because I couldn't find anything anymore. So, yeah, let's continue on with this page. I will cut a photo mat for here, but these ones will wait till the end. So, what do I want to put on this page? So we can put another, so we have a red one here, so we could probably go gold here. So just going to grab one of those. Yeah, I like the gold there. And maybe we'll grab one of these pictures. I really like this one. So I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer here. And I just want to make an even, oh, we're doing this one, make an even edge around. Looks like it could go a little bit more. Edge around this picture, and then yeah, we will add this think that's probably good. It's a little bit crooked there, so I might just do this one by hand. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our image, which we will ink. There we go. So I'm just going to tuck this off the side a little bit, and I will just glue that. There we go. Oops. Hopefully we didn't glue it to the thing. Looks like it's okay. Okay, and then we will add this, and I'm going to take it off the foam and hot glue it on again. Just like that. And we need some red as well. I mean, we've got these blue pearls. I think that would be a good place to maybe use them because this page is with the blue. Add a few of these, and then maybe we'll do the small red jewels again. So I'm just going to trim off this small section here, and we're just going to use, well, we might use all four. Okay. So I think I want 3 of these over here. Don't know where that went. There it is. There. And then we'll have one down here. Oops. Okay, so I might as well attach those right away so I don't forget. Or they don't get shifted or whatever. Okay. And one of these down here. And then we will find our little red jewels here. So it's always best to do odd numbers when you're working with anything, because odd numbers, for some reason, unless they just look more appealing to the eye. So then we're gonna do a few down here, and I'm just gonna place them first, or see where I want them first. So this one, a little bit. That seems kind of weird. I want them to look a little bit random. I don't want them to look too symmetrical. So I don't even know if you can see them, but I'll show them up close once they're glued on. Okay, so let's see if I can glue left-handed again. is being difficult. Let's grab another one. Oh. At least this glue dries clear, so it's not going to matter too much. I think my tweezers has too much stickiness on it. I'm going to have to give it a good cleaning. Where's that paper towel? I just kind of blot some of that glue off. Got a little bit much there. Okay, and this side. Go. There we go. Okay, so got that, and maybe we'll find some more of the leaves to put in there. Or some different ones. I don't know if these ones will be good or not. Kind of adds a little bit something. Yeah, I don't mind that. See if I can get this glued on without covering everything else. There we go. And this one. There we go. Might want to put something there. Okay, and I'm going to look at, see if there's some really small ones in here. I don't want to cover too much, but I really like that. I guess that's okay. Or can we stick it somewhere where it's not going to cover? Not really. Let's see. Should have planned that out a little bit better. I really liked it over here. So I think I'm going to stick it in there. Just on the end. See if I can get it before it completely melts. There we go. And you can kind of still, you can't see the blue one. I don't know if I can maybe move that one to a different spot. I'm going to give it a try. There we go. You can still see the blue one. We are hiding one of the red ones, but I really like the added touch of that. And then maybe we can put another one up in the corner. Let's see. Yeah, I think we'll put another one there. I'll just add a little bit of glue to the middle. There, and then we're going to add something on top of here. So I'm thinking it's going to be a red jewel. Okay, and I'm going to put this one on with the hot glue. I only want a very small drop. There we go. Just like that. Alright, so that is that side done. So I don't know if you can see all the little things. I know the camera doesn't quite pick up, like there's too much glare on a lot of it, but I really like the way the snowflakes look on there. Okay, and then moving on to this side, then I'm just going to grab another piece of white paper if I have. Okay, so, and that was 5 by 3.5, I believe. So 5 by 3.5, and then around the corners we will ink the edges. And then I will stamp my place photo here. Okay, so we need our scrap and our stamp and our ink. Okay. And I'm just going to stamp most of it off. And right there. There we go. Nice and subtle. And we're going to place that there. Straight there. And then I'm going to see, yeah, I almost wanted to grab one of these here. You can do Santa Claus is Coming to Town or Merry Christmas to All. Kind of like that. I'm just gonna grab this off of here. Do I want to do this one? I like the red, adding the red to it. I think I will add it, so I'm just gonna glue this on. I think I'll see if I can't ink it first. A bit. A little bit harder to ink these glossy pages or glossy stickers. Okay. Just center that right there. And then I'm actually going to put another thing right here, and this I will probably get rid of the stickiness and raise it up. So I will remove the stickiness. There we go. Okay, I think I've got that. Oh, let's buffer it in. And we will ink, try and ink the edges on this one. There, and then we can pop it up. Get this right on the edge. I think I'll put one more there. And I'm leaving a space open so you can still stick your photo behind there. So just like that. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should take another snowflake here. Yeah, I can kind of do that. You can still see the town. I just put a bit of glue there. Again, trying not to get it on the photo and leaving a space behind so you can still stick the photo in there. And then, do you want another? Actually, maybe I'll grab one of the blue ones. Something in this corner. We could probably do that. Okay, so we could probably add this. So we just want a bit of glue on these corners here. Making sure to leave space. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Gives a nice little look. Do you want to add a jewel to the middle of that one? No, I think we'll just leave it this time. Okay, so there's that page. So we've got the snowflakes. And then we've got this one that we have to add a tag yet to. But we're coming along. So yeah, so we're on the last page now. And I want to get some more trim, so I'll grab more of this red trim. And somehow I've lost the end. There we go. Good. Okay, so do I want it on this one, or do I want to, maybe I'll do it on both. It probably wouldn't hurt to do it on both. So right here, and we'll cut another one just the same length. There we go. Put that back in there, and add a bead of glue here. And on the other side. Just like that. There we go. There, and yeah, I think we'll use one of those trees again. On one of these pages, kind of like it here. And then we can maybe use one of these. I kind of like this one. Let's grab this and see how that looks. I mean, a lot would be kind of stuck out, so maybe not that one. But we've got Traditions, which is too much green in my thinking. It's Holiday Happiness, Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, Jingle All the Way. What is this music strip? It's always a challenge. The decisions are always a challenge. I'm wondering. The unfortunate part of these is that once you've taken them off the sheet, then they want to just keep popping off. I'm wondering if I want to put this on there. And then can go like this and put another poinsettia on. I think I'm going to do that. Alright. Oh, looks like I have to glue this here. And we'll do this last one too, right away. There we go, and another gold. I think we'll put it kind of right there, and we can put some other things next to it. There. Does that look kind of crooked? Maybe it's, yeah. Let's see. Alright, is there anything in these chipboard pieces that I guess I could have done something like that, but these are all kind of big. Yeah. do some like that. Let's hang on to that. Let's see, what else have we got? This really pretty ornament thing that I think it's going to go on this side, and it will add something on here yet. Maybe some leaves. Let's see what we can find. Oh, I kind of like that. So if we take this, cut it in half, we can go some on this side. See if we can get this to, I think, right like that. And then the other one can come down this side. Oh, I like that. Okay, so there we go. Very nice. This snowflake in here. Some more glue here. Oh, what else do I have? I think I like this one better. We'll stick this one kind of like that, or a little bit more like that. Maybe we can do two. And let's see. That's overkill. Okay, so that's that side. And then we have this side, so like the tree right there. So actually this one we're going to ink. There, and then I'm going to use this piece. Like so. And I do have one more poinsettia. I wonder if I should just use that there. May as well. Let's try and do it so it doesn't get too smushed by the coils. Alright, and then maybe we'll add a few gems, probably red ones. losing them all. These things don't want to go on the paper. So I'm just going to lay these out to see. I guess we could actually this might work better. We put them on the tree like ornaments. Yeah, I think I like that. And then, see, do we want some small ones on there too? Yeah, maybe we want some small ones on there too. There, I think that will be good. Okay, so back to left hand gluing. It's not working. Go. All right, so just press those in. There we go. There, so there we have our last two pages. Now we just need to do the tags to put in there and the coil binding ribbon, and then this album is finished. Okay, so tags. Just put some of this stuff aside. And how many do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 13 tags. So yeah, this is looking really nice. So I'll just grab some paper to cut. Okay, so we just have some white cardstock. I know it's hard to see on my table. Okay, I'm just going to put this aside for now. And I'll grab the paper trimmer. Okay, we don't need the baby album anymore, so we can make some room here. Okay, so they are 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So 4 1/4. I'm going to cut 2 sheets at a time. So we'll just go. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And we just need one more. So we'll go 3 1/4 this way, and then 4 1/4. Alright, so we have our tags cut, and we're just going to round the corners of all of these. So the nice thing about a corner chomper is I have got, let's see, 1, 2, what have I got? I think I have 5. See if that's too many. Yeah, that's a little bit too many, so I'll take 1 out. So 4 at a time. Makes it really fast. And then we'll go another 4. And the corner chopper also does chipboard really nice too. So there, and then another 4. Actually, we'll do 3 and then 2. And my corner chomper is getting a bit dull, so I am going to have to probably replace it soon, because to me it's an invaluable tool. It just saves so much time when you're doing all these tags. Alright, so now we're going to ink the edges of all of these. Got all kinds of garbage. Alright, unfortunately I can't do these more than one at a time, but this is pretty fast. So these all have to be inked on both sides. And I don't think I'm going to do the journaling spot like I did on the baby albums. I think I'm just going to leave one side just totally blank. So I'm going to finish up doing these, and then I will come back and, well, actually what I'll do is I will stamp one more time these two with the place photo here, and then I will off camera do the rest of the tags, so you don't have to watch me ink all of those. And yeah, then we will put the ribbons on the coil, and yeah, so I'm stamping the majority of the ink off and just making a very subtle place photo here. So I'm gonna go off camera and do the rest of the tags, and then I'll come back and we will put the ribbons on the coils. Alright, be back in a flash. Okay, so we're done the stamps, and I'm just going to show you the stamp set that I use, just because I think it's worth a mention. A local lady that is in our area, she designed these stamps, and they are little images and stuff exactly for this reason, to put on your albums, like if you're giving it as a gift, so that people who have never seen a mini album, they'll know what they're supposed to do with it. So she designed this stamp set. Her name is Nicole Jansen, and this is called Succulent Memories by Nicole Jansen, and I will leave a link as to where you can get these stamps in the description box below if you're interested. They're very cute. Yeah, so she's a very talented girl, and I get the opportunity to be at crops with her and just see her amazing talent a lot of the time. So yeah, I will leave a link in the description box below where you can get these stamps. You can order them online and stuff. So I hope they're still in circulation. I'm not sure, but I will check that out, and I will leave a link in the description box below. It comes from our local scrapbook store, Scrapping with Tea. And it's based out of Moose Jaw, and they have another one, another store closer to me in Dalmeny. And Nicole is from Dalmeny. So yeah, have a look at that. Maybe check out all the other stuff at this beautiful store. It's all very, the papers and stuff that they have at this store are just gorgeous and stuff. And they have some awesome sales a lot of the time too. So I just wanted to mention that. It's not sponsored or anything, but I think it's worth a mention. And in case you were wondering where I got my place photo stamp from, that is where it is. Everything else is like very old from my stash, but this I'm pretty sure it's still current. We all received one. Did we receive one? No, I think I bought it. But it's $9 Canadian. And yeah, so if you want to just check that out, that'd be great. Help her out. She's just a small, just starting out, so it's awesome. Alright, so we have our photo mats, and we're just going to tuck them in. So we're going to do 2 on each pocket. And another 2 here, and 1 in this pocket. There, another 2 here. And another 4 over here. And there we go. And I picked out my ribbons for the coils. So I've got this organza. It's kind of like a gold organza. This one I didn't cut. And I just cut them at 5 inches each. So we've got this lace. And I have a few of those. I found this really soft blue color that really went nice with the paper. So that's another organza. I had this beautiful burlap ribbon from Michaels, the Celebrate. So we have some of those, so that goes really good with the paper bag. And then from Dollarama, I got these rolls of tulle. Yeah. And yeah, they're very pretty. This has got like glittery, they look like flowers, but they could also pass for snowflakes. Once they're on the coils, you won't be able to tell the difference. And also I have this burgundy tulle that goes really nice with the flowers. So I'm just going to tie these on. So this is my main color. So I cut, I think I cut 18 pieces because I have 9 coils. So I want 1 on each side of the coil, and then these are all going to be intertwined with them. So I'm just gonna, and I'm just tying a knot on these. I don't know if I showed this part when I did my album repair. So I'm just doing 2 per. Just to give it nice bulk. And I'm just going to finish tying these on the ribbon, or tying these on the coils. So I'm going to go and do all the red ones, and then I'm going to come in with the white. And I've got 9 of these. I think I have 10 actually, and I'm just going to kind of alternate, kind of put them around here to fill it up as well, and then we're going to add our different colors just every other one, or yeah, just very sparingly. So I'm going to continue and do that, and then I'll come back. I'll trim these all to the right size once they're done, and I'll come back and we will walk through the whole album. Okay, so I ended up not putting all of that on. I didn't put the gold organza or the white lace because it just ended up being way too full. But anyways, here is the album. It's very full. And I found these little pom-poms in my stash that was kind of that blue color, so thought I would add that to it. And yeah, so we'll just do a little walkthrough of the album. So we have, of course, our beautiful front cover, and then if we can even open it, hopefully that's not going to be too much wear and tear on my paper bag. But yeah, we have our tags that we just put in. We have our trifold photo area with our ribbon closure, and another pull-out. So I'll just hold it up a little bit closer. So we did kind of like a little vignette here, and did some stickers up here and down there. And again, we have our photo mats in there, and the tree with the jewel, and the 12 Days of Christmas here. On here we have our family and just some simple decoration pull out. And then we have this one with our tags, of course, and this one with our tag. Pulls out of there. You could put more than one in there if you wanted to. Put our gold snowflake behind the poinsettia there. And then we have this page where we have our tags in a little decoration corner, and this one, and stickers, and more of the same tags on both sides. And that is our album. And I can already see that my binding is not closed all the way. My pages are going to come out, so I'll have to tighten that up a bit. But anyways, this is our Christmas paper bag album. It is the same as the two baby ones that I showed in the past. And I've got another one that I'm making that's more of a family one. It'll look very much like this too. Hopefully I'll get it done by the end of October. There's only 15 days left of October, so we'll see. We'll see what I get done. I have my doubts that the big album will get done, but we'll try. We'll get a start on it, but I won't be filming the step-by-step processes of that because of course that takes extra long when you're filming because you want to explain everything and show in detail. So hopefully you found this helpful if you wanted to make your own on how to decorate it. I just wanted to do a video where I take you through the process of how I decorate my albums. For me, it's so easy to do the base of the album. That takes no time at all, and if the measurements are all there, it's the putting all the decorations on for me that takes the most thinking and trying to get them all looking really nice and balanced and stuff like that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, leave a comment down below if you have any questions or anything, and I will try to answer them. So yeah, we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.